Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. So it is both Facebook and Insta live, and I have kept 2 blocks with me, one strap, and my mat. That's it. Good morning, Karen. So thank you for joining me today, early morning, 8 a.m. Good morning, Rashmi. Thank you for joining. Okay, we'll be just waiting for. Good morning, Madhuji. So we'll be waiting just for a minute or so that everyone can join. Thank you. Good morning, Rose. Thank you for joining. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. So my mat here is placed in a way. Okay, that's much better. No sound. Is it audible? I wasn't talking loudly, so I hope it is audible. Let me know if it is not audible. I hope it is audible. Okay, thank you, Karen, for letting me know. I hope it is audible in Insta as well, because Facebook gave me thumbs up. How about Insta? I hope it is audible in Insta too. Right. Okay, good. Thank you for letting me know it's audible. Alright, so I will start the practice sitting tall on the mat. I prefer to sit on the block. My hands on the knees, rolling the shoulder blades back. Let the eyes stay closed. Just grab a few deep breaths before we go further. Inhale deeper. Exhale deeper. 2 more deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. With few blinks, I open my eyes. Thank you very much for joining me. Very good morning. I'll remove the block. I am into Sukhasana, placing the right palm on the mat, taking the left arm over, lifting the left rib cage and maintaining this position. And then I come back to the center, left palm down, right arm reaches over, right rib cage lifted. And again I come back to the center, moving into the same position, right palm down, left arm reaches over, and left palm Coming back to the center, coming into the tabletop position, wrist in line with the shoulder, knee in line with the hip. With the inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the head up. With the exhale, rounding the spine, tucking chin to the chest. Inhale, creating an arch. Exhale to round the spine. 3 more. Inhale, create an arch. Exhale to round the spine. 2 more. Inhale, create an arch. Exhale, round the spine. 1 last. Inhale, create an arch. Exhale, round the spine. Keep pressing the palms from the neutral tabletop. Lift your knees. Press the sole of the foot onto the mat. You are into down dog. Staying in the down dog, grabbing some deep breaths here. One more deep breath. Walking my feet to the front. I am into folding forward position. Inhale, head up, lift the head up, flatten your back. Exhale to fold, reach out to your big toes. Bend your elbows. Reduce the gap between the belly and the thigh. Staying here for a few deep breaths. With the next breath, releasing the big toes, placing the hands on the waist, lifting yourself up. I place my hands behind my back, letting my feet go a little wide apart, maybe hip distance apart. Keep pushing the hips to the front. Roll your shoulders away from the ears and start dropping your head. In the morning, your back may be a little stiff, so go slow. Push your hips to the front, drop your head. And then slowly come back to the center, hands on the waist, and start folding from the hip joints again. Bend your knees, lift the sole of the foot, and place your palms under the sole of the foot. And then try to straighten the legs. If you cannot, keep your knees bent. Inhale, head up. Exhale to fold. Bend your elbows, reduce the gap between the belly and the thigh. Just stay connected with the breath. Enjoy your practice. One more deep breath. With the next breath, releasing your palms from the sole of the foot. Put your hands on the waist and slowly lift yourself up again. Again, hands goes behind the back. Keep pushing the hips to the front, and again try dropping the head back. And then slowly come back to the center, and this time take your arms behind, interlace the fingers. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to fold forward. Fold forward from the hip joints, your belly closer to the thigh. high, your gaze towards the toes or in between your legs. Try not to round your spine. Two more deep breaths. With the next breath, releasing your hands, placing your palms on the waist and slowly lifting yourself up. You are at the front of the mat. You can choose to bring your feet a little closer or feet still hip distant apart. Hands goes near the heart center. Inhale to raise the arms up and try a little arch in your back to open up the front torso. Exhale to fall forward from the hip joints. Stepping the right leg back, gaze towards the front. Stepping left leg back into the plank. Drop knees, drop chest, drop chin. Inhale into up dog. Exhale into the down dog. Inhale, stepping right foot front in between the hands, gaze to the front again. Exhale, step left foot front, you are into folding forward, Uttanasana. Inhale to raise the arms up with a little arch in your back. Exhale, Samastiti. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, left leg back. Exhale, right leg back. Drop knee, chest, chin. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot front. Exhale, right foot front. Inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, Samastiti. Arms up. Fold forward. Right leg back. Left leg back. Drop knee, chest, chin. Up dog. Down dog. Right foot front. Left foot front. Arms up. Samastiti. Arms up. Fold forward. Left leg back. Right leg back. Drop knee, chest, chin. Up dog or cobra. Down dog. Left foot front. Right foot front. Inhale to raise the arms. Exhale, Samastiti. 2 more rounds. Arms up. Fold forward. Right leg back. Left leg back. Drop knee, chest, chin. Up dog. Down dog. Right foot front. Left foot front. Arms up. Samastiti. Arms up. Fold forward. Left leg back. Right leg back. Drop knee, chest, chin. Up dog. Down dog. Left foot front. Right foot front. Arms up. Samastiti. 1 last round. Arms up. Fold forward. Right leg back. Left leg back. Drop knee, chest, chin. Up dog. Down dog. Right foot front. Left foot front. arms up, Samasthiti, arms up, fall forward, left leg back, right leg back, drop knee, chest, chin, up top, down dog, left foot front, right foot front, arms up, Samasthiti, arms to the side, standing tall in Tadasana, stay, inhale, exhale, one more, inhale, exhale. With the next breath, my feet still hip distance apart, raising the left arm up, grabbing the left wrist with the right hand, start pushing the hips towards the left, start leaning to the right, so taking your arms to the right, left ribcage lifted and stay. Just enjoy your practice. And then you come back to the center. Letting the right arm stay up, grabbing the right wrist, pulling the right elbow, pushing the hips to the right, and maintain. And then coming back to the center. And one more time, I grab the left wrist with the right hand, pull the left elbow, push the hips to the left. And then come back to the center, grabbing the right wrist with the left hand, pulling the right elbow, pushing the hips to the right. And then coming back to the center, I extend my arms up again. I interlace the fingers and my palms are facing up. Now once my palms are facing up, I push the hips and I lift the heart up. And then coming back to the center, and then my arms to the right. So my palms are still facing up, arms to the right. And then coming back to the center, and arms to the left. And then coming back to the center, releasing my arms. I am to the front of the mat, my hands on the waist. Stepping the left leg back, squaring the hips towards the front, bending the right knee, back heel pressing down. If you find difficult to square the hips, you can take the left foot more to the left. Extend the arms up. Gaze towards the palms into the warrior one. We stay. Last 8. Sink the hips down. Last 7. Last 6. Last 5. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Straightening the right leg and hands on the wrist. Turning the right foot toes in, left foot toes 90. Squaring the hips towards the left leg. Bending the left back heel pressing down. Extending the arms up into the warrior one. Last 8. Last 7. Last 6. Last 5. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. And I swing my arms, letting the arms go parallel to the floor. Heels in line. If they are not, just bring the heels in line. Left knee to be pushed out. Right leg straight. Gaze towards the left fingertip. Into the warrior 2. Last 8. Sink your hips down. Last 7. Push your left knee out. Last 6. Tuck your tailbone in to reduce arch in your back. Last 5. Connect with the breath. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. And we straighten the left leg. Hands on the waist. Turn your left foot toes in. Turn your right foot toes 90. Heels still in line, bending the right knee. Right knee over the right ankle. And arms goes parallel to the floor. Gaze towards the right fingertip. Stay. Last 8. Make sure your spine is long and you're not leaning forward. Last 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. And arms comes down, hands on the waist. Straighten the right leg. And bend the right knee again. Right knee again over the right ankle, arms again parallel. Reverse your warrior, left palm on the left leg. Right arm reaches over. Keeping the right knee bent throughout, we stay. Last 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. And no change in your arms position. Just straighten the front leg as well. So both the legs straight and we maintain. Last 8. Last 7. Last 6. Keep pushing your hips forward. Last 5. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. And coming back to the center. Placing the hands on the waist. Turning the right foot toes in. Left foot toes 90. Arms again goes parallel to the floor. We again bend our left knee comes over the left ankle. And we reverse the warrior, right palm on the right leg, left arm reaches over. Last 8, sinking the hips down. Last 7. Last 6. Last 5. Last 4. Last 3. last 2, last 1. No change in my arms. It's just that straightening the front leg. That is, straighten your left leg and maintain. Last 8, last 7, last 6, last 5, last 4, last 3, last 2, and we come back to the center, placing the hands on the waist. Turning the left foot toes in, right foot toes 90. Heels still in line, moving into Trikonasana. Arms parallel to the floor, palms facing down. Extend the right fingertips to the right side as if someone is pulling you. And then bring your right fingertips on the right shin. Left arm reaches up, gaze towards the left palm. We stay. Last 8, keep pushing the hips forward. Last 7, no intention to touch the fingers down. Last 6, intention is to keep the left ribcage lifted. Last 5, last 4, last 3, last 2, and simply taking the left arm over the ear and maintain. Last 8, last 7, last 6, last 5, last 4, last 3, last 2, and then slowly standing tall. Hands on the waist, turning the right foot toes in, left foot toes goes 90. Arms parallel to the floor. Extending the left fingertip to the left side as if someone is pulling you. And then placing the left fingertips on the left shin. Right arm reaches up. Keep pushing the hips forward. Last 8. Last 7. Last 6. Last 5. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. And simply taking the right arm over the ear and maintain. Last 8. Last 7. Last 6. Last 5. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. And then slowly lifting myself up. Maintaining the same position, my left foot toes are out 90, right foot toes in. I go for bending the left knee. Moving into the extended side angle, placing the left elbow on the left thigh, or you can choose to put your left palm on the block. Lift the right rib cage, right arm reaches over. And maintain. Extended side ankle. It has to be a slope starting from your right fingertips till the right big toe. We maintain. Last 8. Last 7. Keep pushing your left knee out. Last 6. Last 5. If any discomfort in the neck, just turn your head down and up. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. And then placing my hands on the waist, lifting myself up. Turning the left foot toes in. Right foot toes goes 90. Bending the right knee. Right elbow on the right thigh. Push the right knee out. Lift the left rib cage. Left arm reaches over the ear. Stay. Last 8. Extended side angle. Last 7. Last 6. Last 5. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Placing the hands on the waist, lifting myself up again. And this time I turn my toes in. Both the foot toes in. Heels are out. Hands on the waist. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale. Keeping my hands on the waist, I simply fall forward. Fall forward. Keep your spine lengthened. No intention to bring the head down or touch the head down. So do not bend your knees just to bring your head down. Keep your hands on the waist and we maintain. Last 8. Last 7. Last 6. Last 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. And keeping the hands on the waist, lifting yourself up. Grabbing a deep breath, inhale, exhale. Hands still on the waist, inhale to lengthen, exhale to fall forward from the hip joints again. This time, with my hands which are on the waist, I will walk my hands towards the big toes. Grabbing the big toes, inhale to lift the head, lengthen the spine. Exhale to bend the elbows, fall forward. Your head closer to the mat may or may not touch. I prefer to keep my spine lengthened. The moment I bring the head down, my spine gets rounded. So I keep my head lifted and I maintain. Last 8. Last 7. Last 6. Last 5. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. Hands on the waist and lift yourself up. Grabbing a deep breath, inhale, exhale. With the inhale, I again lengthen my spine. My hands still on the waist. With the exhale, again I fall forward from the hip joints. This time, my hands which were on the waist, I place it on the mat. So my palms are just under my sit bones. Inhale to head up, lengthen the spine. Exhale to fold. It's fine if your head doesn't touch the mat. And maintain the position. Keep your knees locked, keep your legs straight. Last 8. Last 7. Last 6. Last 5. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. Placing the hands on the waist, lifting myself up. Grabbing a deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. With the inhale, again lengthen the spine. With the exhale, I fall forward again from the hip joints. This time, taking my arms behind my back, interlace the fingers, and my head arms away from the body and stay. Last 8. Last 7. Last 6. Last 5. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. And placing the hands on the waist, lifting myself up again. Bringing the feet slowly closer together, shaking the legs. With the next breath, I am to my front of the mat. My right foot stays on the mat and I bend my left knee. And I start extending my left leg back. You can choose to keep your hands on the waist or hands near the heart center. We maintain. Last 8, you can choose to extend the arms towards the front. Last 7. Last 6. Last 5. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. And with control, lift yourself up, shake the legs. Left foot stays down on the mat this time. Start leaning front again, and this time lift the right foot off the mat. You can choose to keep your hands on the waist or near the heart center or towards the front. Keep your hips in line. Last 8. Flex your right foot. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. And we stand tall, shaking the legs, grabbing a deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Bending both the knees. Left knee bending, right knee bending. And take your right knee over the left knee. Form the eagle legs. It's fine if your back foot doesn't hook behind the left calf. Right knee over the left knee. Arms parallel to the floor. Take your left arm under the right. And we maintain this position. Eagle pose, Garudasana. Last 8. Last 7. Last 6. Last 5. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. And we uncross the legs, uncross the arms. Again, keeping the knees bent, taking the left knee over the right knee. Arms parallel, taking the right arm under the left. Stay. Last 8. Last 7. Last 6. Last 5. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. And you release the legs. Shaking the legs, 2 deep breaths. Taking my left arm to the left side. Left palm facing towards the left. Now make sure your left elbow is positioned this way. Do not do this. Do not twist your arm like this. Some people, they twist their arm. So simply letting the left palm face to the left side. Bringing the left arm closer to the body. Bend your left knee. Grab your left ankle from inside. Arm extending up. Right arm up. Form the Gyan Mudra. Start leaning to the front. Right arm parallel to the floor. Start kicking the back foot. Stay. Last 8, maintain the balance. Last 7, last 6, last 5, last 4, last 3, last 2, last 1, and then slowly release. Shake the legs. Right palm facing to the right. Bend your right knee. Grab your right ankle from inside. Extend the left arm up. Form the Gyan Mudra. And start letting your left arm go parallel to the floor. Start leaning to the front, at the same time kick your back foot, and we stay. Last 8. Last 7. Last 6. Last 5. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. And then release. Shake the legs. 2 deep breaths. And then I come down onto my knees. My knees down on the mat. Moving into the camel pose. I grab 2 blocks to my side for the modification if you need to. First, you flatten the foot. If your hands doesn't reach, then you tuck your toes. If still the hands doesn't reach to the heels, then place 2 blocks to the side of the heels and put the palms on the block. If still you find difficulty, simply put your hands on the waist. Keep pushing the hips forward. And then arch back. Let's do it. 1 palm on one heel. Another palm on another heel. We stay. Last 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. And releasing one hand, releasing another hand. And you need to give the counter pose after this. So rest your sit bones over the heels, fold forward, make sure you keep your spine rounded, head on the mat, closer to the mat or on the mat, arms to the side. Make sure you keep your spine rounded, you're giving yourself counter stretch. Just 2 more deep breaths here. And then we lift ourselves up. Extending the legs towards the front. Inhale to raise the arms. Exhale to fold. Inhale again, you lift the arms up. Exhale to fold. One last. Inhale to lift the arms up. Exhale to fold. If your hands doesn't reach to the sole of the foot, use the strap. And we just stay. If your hands easily reach to the sole of the foot, use the block. And stay. Belly closer to the thigh. Gaze towards the toes. I prefer to keep my gaze towards the toes because the movement, we ask people to let the head go close to the shin, they round their spine. We maintain. Last 8. Last 7. Last 6. Last 5. Last 4. last 3, last 2, last 1, and then I release my legs. I go for bending my knees into the goat pose, lifting one foot, lifting another foot, arms to the side. Last 8, keep your belly engaged, keep pulling belly button to the spine. Last 7, last 6, last 5, you can straighten the legs. Last 4, last 3, last 2, and then we bring the sole of the feet together in the butterfly pose. And my sole of the feet together, I'm going to grab 2 blocks and I'm going to place the blocks on my knees. Now holding the big toes, and with the help of my elbow strength, I'm pushing the knees down. I make sure the sit bones are grounded on the mat, no intention to touch the head down to the mat, and we stay. Keep the spine lengthened, fold forward a little. If you can, easily bring your head down, do bring it, but I would avoid so that we shouldn't be rounding the spine. We stay. Last 8. Last 7. Last 6. Last 5. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. And releasing the knees. And again bringing the legs closer. Again lifting the feet off one by one. Arms to the side. We stay. Last 8. Last 7. Last 6. Last 5. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. And we straighten the legs. I reach out to the big toes. If you cannot reach to the big toes, just bend your knees and hold your big toes. And bend your right knee. And try lifting the right foot up. And stay. So lift the right big toe close to the ear. Last 8. Last 7. Last 6. Last 5. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. And we release the right leg. So I'm again holding the big toes, keeping the right leg straight, bending the left knee, and lifting the left big toe close to the ear. Last 8. Last 7. Last 6. Last 5. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. And we release the leg. One last time, I again bend my knees, lifting one foot, lifting another foot. Stay. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And we release. I would lay down on my belly, tummy down on the mat. So once I lay down on my belly, I will bend my knees grabbing the ankles from outside, knees closer, lift the head. Lift the thighs off the mat. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. We're going to lift up one more time. Keeping the knees bent, grabbing the ankles. Lift up. Last 8. Last 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And release. Laying down on the back, back comes on the mat. Moving into the bridge pose, bending the knees, feet closer to the hip, lift the hips up, interlace the fingers under the back, chin closer to the chest. Last 8, last 7, last 6, last 5, last 4, last 3, last 2, and release the position. We're going to lift up one more time, keeping the knees bent. Lift the hips up, interlace the fingers under the back, and this time I lift the heels up. Lift the heels. Last 8, last 7, last 6, last 5, last 4, last 3, last 2, and then bring the sit bones to 2 deep breaths. Now you have the option to stay in the bridge that we did just now, or to move into the wheel. Bending the knees, hands beside the ears, fingers pointing towards the body. Press the palm, press the foot, and lift up. Last 8, last 7, last 6, last 5, last 4, last 3, last 2, and then slowly bring the back down. Bring the back down, and we are going to lift up one more time. Into the wheel, hands beside the ears, press the palm, press the foot, and lift up. Last 8, last 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then bring it back down. Give yourself counter stretch, roll side to side. Lift the legs up. Stay in this position first for a few deep breaths. With the next breath, I keep pressing the palms on the mat. 8, last 7, last 6, last 5, last 4, last 3, last 2, and then very slowly bring your back down on the mat. Straighten the legs, hands under the hips. Hands under the hips, palms pressing down. Press your elbows, lift the head, drop your head. Chin pointing up into the fish pose. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and releasing the head. Hugging the knees tight and touching the head to the knee. Stay. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, head down, arms parallel to the floor. Drop your knees to the right, look to the left. Use the right hand to pull the left knee down. And then drop your knees to the left and turn your head to the right. Use your left hand to pull the right knee down. And then coming back to the center, I grab the sole of the feet from inside into the happy baby pose. And I try to pull the knees closer and closer to the mat. My sole of the foot is facing up towards the ceiling, and I stay here for a few deep breaths. With the next breath, I take my right knee over the left knee. I grab the sole of the foot and then I pull the knees closer to the chest. So grab the sole of the foot and pull the knees closer to the chest and stay. And then uncrossing the legs, taking the left knee over the right knee, grabbing the sole of the foot and pulling the knees closer to the chest. And then releasing the position. Thank you very much for joining me. It was great to have you. Hope you enjoyed the stretches with me. Thank you. Namaste. Have a good day. Thank you, Madhuji. Thank you so much. Thank you, Lillian. Thank you, Christine. Thank you. Thank you, sweet. Thank you. Thank you, Rashmi. Thank you. Thank you, Thomas G. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you.